Hey everybody, this is Mary and how it going?
And this is David Owen.
And this is You Show Me Yours Rewatches Degrassi Junior High, Season 2, Episode 2, Helping Hand, or A Helping Hand, or A Helping Hand with the ellipses of sketchiness. There's the episode title is listed several different ways, but there are hands involved and they are helping, or maybe not.
Yes.
We introduce, not at all subtly, the topic of sexual harassment and teachers being creepy and weird.
Yeah.
And I was reminding myself as we watched this is for 13 and 14-year-olds who have not seen this storyline 100 times.
Yeah.
So it needs to be explicit because you can't be subtle with teenagers. And it's like a hammer to the head with how obvious it is. So Mr. Radich has had emergency appendectomy.
Yes.
Too bad we don't get to see him in any, I feel like the actor would have made a meal of appendicitis pain, but we just, he's in the hospital. We're going to have a sub. And the sub is Mr. Colby. And they have, before he comes in, the kids are saying, subs are all lame. They're fossils who can't get a real job. And then he walks in and he does not say, hello, I'm Mr. Colby, but you can call me Fossil or, anything. Right. He just looms a little bit. And now I knew what this episode was about. So perhaps I was led to see him this way, but he just seems creepy from the jump.
Oh, yeah.
He just talks a little bit too slowly and just kind of looks at everything. And there's a way that he's just like appraising everybody. And I don't like him.
Yes.
From the start.
Yeah.
And it turns out that is the correct summation of him, because pretty soon he zooms in on Lucy and does the hand on the shoulder. You're so special. You're so mature. I could tell that you were different than all the rest. And we learn, by the way, that Vula has moved.
Yes.
I think last episode we were not sure if Vula was done or was she coming back or whatever. Well, she's done.
To the suburbs.
Her family has moved to the suburbs, which are lame, Lucy tells us.
Her living mother and perhaps one or more siblings.
Yes. And Lucy and Vula consider each other best friend, or Lucy considers Vula her best friend.
Yeah.
I don't know if Vula would reciprocate. But they have plans to hang out, except Vula is like, no, sorry, can't. My parents don't want me hanging out with you. Again, still, I don't know. We learned this, by the way, because Lucy is repeatedly playing messages on her family's answering machine, which is like the size of a shoebox.
Oh, yeah.
But I was reminded that this was probably fancy technology in 1988.
Oh, yeah. She brought it from New York. Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. The loose parents made sure to get it. And did you notice it's sitting on top of a phone book, which is like the size of, it's bigger than the answering machine.
Yeah,
it's like 4 inches thick.
It's the size of a phone book.
Yes. That's the Toronto phone book.
That's white pages and yellow pages.
Yes. That's the kind that you get. You put your kid on if you need to boost them up. Yeah. You don't have a booster seat. Yeah. So, and we know this, Lucy has written an essay about saying goodbye to her best friend, et cetera, et cetera. And this, Mr. Colby is acting really fast, but I feel like this is for television. Like it's, dramatized and sped up for effect. Yeah. And so he knows that she's lonely and et cetera, et cetera. And he says, hey, Lucy, can you stay after to show me Mr. Radich's methods? Mm-hmm. I feel like Mr. Radich is the person to ask about that, but, whatever.
He's recovering.
Yeah, right. And instead, he sits down next to her and gets even more creepy and starts touching the scarf that's around her neck. And what is this? Is it silk? Oh, silk is a very sensuous fabric. It's like... it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't want that happening to me, and I am probably older than he is.
Yeah.
But he tells her about how he's lonely too, since his divorce, which is totally the same thing. And they're interrupted by wheels.
Yep.
And let me tell you, I am on record as saying that I don't find Wheels attractive. Like, Stephanie's been going on about how he's so sexy. Lucy, by the way, calls Mr. Colby sexy. Yes. Like, nobody here knows what sexy is.
Oh, yes. All of the girls are infatuated.
Yeah.
The twins, etc.
No, like,
infatuated.
No. Nobody knows what sexy is, but that's okay because they're 14. They shouldn't really know. But anyway, I was on record as saying, I don't think that I would have thought Wheels was cute even when I was 14.
Yeah.
But I have to say, something about his posture when he walks into this room, because he can see through the window that Colby is sitting next to Lucy and being a little pervy, and he can't see Lucy's face, but like, he's not dumb. Yeah. He, and he walks in and Colby immediately jumps away and, what are you doing? I needed a book. It's over there, and walks across the room. And like, something about his posture, like, that's when he goes from boy to man. Like, there was something in there. I was like, oh, this is a protector, and I could use this kind of protection. It was reminding me of. So I think I am also on record as finding Mike Pence, the former U.S. vice president, completely not attractive at all.
Yeah.
And there was this joke about, so he has this thing where he won't ever be in a room alone with a woman, which was when he was in office, people were like, you are going to have to sometimes to do your job, and that's not fair to the women, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then the joke was, no one is going to be attracted to him anyway. So the evening of January 6th, things happened, and then they've calmed down the chaos, and all the legislators are back in the Capitol ready to do their job. And he gives a speech about, like, there were evildoers here today, whatever it was, but we're here, we're going to do our job. And he says, let's get to work, and bangs the gavel. And I was just like, oh, Mr. Pence, that is, wow, I see you very differently right now. And then I came to my senses, and, but just sometimes that happens with people where, like, ordinarily you're like, I don't see the appeal, like, nothing wrong with this person, as I'm sure they have human value, but like, it's just not doing it for me. And then something happens and you're like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Now I see it. And to be clear, I'm not saying that I am attracted to Mike Pence, nor am I saying that I'm attracted to a 14-year-old. But you see what I'm saying, right? Please tell me you understand.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he's very, Lucy, of course, takes this opportunity to flee.
Yes.
And Wheels is, sort of puffed up and just dead locked eye contact with Mr. Colby the whole way out.
Yeah, like, he knows exactly what he saw, and he is not going to let him get away with it, and it is beautiful, and I love it.
Yes.
Lucy then sort of confesses all to LD, who she's been
there's been a B plot within the A plot.
Yeah, this is a very complex.
Yes, there's
episode.
A lot of plots. Yeah.
It
has been that LD is pining after some boy, we assume, and is looking for tips, and Lucy is quick to latch on to her. Come to my house. My dad brings me makeup from New York.
I'll give you a scarf. It worked before, so yeah.
I'll give you a makeover. Yeah. Yes. She is a predator in her own way, handing out scarves to her victims.
But LD can't move to the suburbs, so this one's locked in. And previously, LD had noticed Mr. Colby sitting on Lucy's desk in the way that you do, like, with one thigh meat on there, and was looking down her shirt.
Yes.
And LD tells her about it. And Lucy has been feeling really sort of good about the attention that she's getting, because, as we've established, her parents give her no attention.
Yes.
We see have lots of answering machine messages like, sorry,
sweetie, sorry,
I'll be home late. There's this on the freezer. There's, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Left your lasagna in the deep freeze.
Yeah. Oh, and we have to meet with the lawyer on Saturday. So that's still going on.
Still, yeah. So the thread's not being abandoned here.
Right. Right. And Lucy says that after the arrest, her parents did more. They had family dinners. Yeah. They went on picnics together, and it was kind of nice. But then the parents were like, okay, that's enough parenting for the year. We're going to go back to whatever.
Back to what we were doing before that was working.
Yes. Right? So Lucy's enjoying this attention, and she does not enjoy being told that this is inappropriate and creepy and weird. Yes. And so it turns into, you're just jealous. you don't even know how to put on makeup, blah, blah, blah. And LD hits her with the coup de grace. At least I wasn't arrested for shoplifting.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I feel like you don't want to mess with LD. Like, I feel like she's gonna get right down to the dirt.
Yeah. She knows where the bodies are buried.
Well, yeah. Brothers and single dad. And, she's used to fending for herself. She's not got all of the social niceties of your average Degrassi girl.
That's true. Yeah, she hasn't been brought up in the feminine ways of like, having a frenemy or being nice even when, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So LD comes back to return the scarf because despite everything, she is a nice girl and is going to do it. And Lucy is just in tears,
Yeah.
And then the next day, Wheels, he was running after Lucy when she left the classroom, but I guess he didn't catch up with her. He says, "Hey, listen, I saw what happened yesterday. Do you want me to go with you to report this and be a witness?" And she says, yes.
Yeah.
And freeze frame. So this is all a very condensed series of events. Like, it feels like it happens in like a week. I think in real life that would have been over months because predators.
Well, yeah. Well, they say that Raditch is going to be out for a month. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. A month.
I think there's a point. I think where Mr. Colby says, "I'll be your sub for the next month."
Okay. Okay.
I think.
I thought it was the next while, which is
maybe.
But yeah, I don't know. I suppose in the 80s for an appendectomy, you did have to get cut wide open.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was major surgery. Yeah. So, that's our A plot. That's our very special episode. Don't let weird men touch you on the shoulder and scarf. And don't let Lucy do your makeup.
No, it doesn't go well.
The two fun things that weren't mentioned is Lucy makes over LD and just puts her in just basically clown makeup.
It's not it's the 80s. It's blue eyeshadow. It looks like the makeup that they wear in Strictly Ballroom, which is intended as stage makeup.
Right. It's a little bit Cyndi Lauper kind of thing. That's a fun moment. And then also Lucy declaring that she doesn't care about grades because grades are fascist.
Mm-hmm. But if I'm going to get good grades, then I'll take them.
Yeah, good grades are I'll take them, but grades are fascist.
Yeah, I was like, I need to sit with that for a while.
The best. But interwoven within this is our B plot of Wheels. Getting better with his studies, getting better grades, trying to get better grades, trying to balance, the life of a respectable young man and getting glasses in our B plot, and
trying to be in a band, but his parents say
not to your grades.
No, and his parents have been working with Ms. Avery, which can I tell you, I kind of miss that level of parent-teacher cooperation. I feel like that's something that my parents would have done.
Yeah.
30 years ago in a small school. If necessary, they would have talked with the teacher and they would have come up with a plan, all three of them. And
and there is that moment where Wheels is like, "Oh, I can do the band and practice," and Miss Avery's like, "Your parents and I spoke, and we don't think that would be a good idea."
Right. And he's just he's like, okay. And I like, I feel like, depending on the teacher's workload, I feel like today many teachers would be like, "Oh my gosh, do you want to work together with me? Yes, please, let's do that."
Yeah.
But there is just time because teachers are too overloaded and too many parents are like, "No, my kid gets to do whatever they want. You can't tell them anything,
Tell my kid. Yeah.
Never mind that you're the trained professional who knows, but like, man, I wish that this were possible because we would make so many plans for our kid.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't be happy about it, but he would get better grades.
Yeah, but these after school tutoring sessions are the reason that Wheels is at school after school when Mr. Creepy asks for her to come by.
So in addition to he's having trouble understanding the material, but he can't see the board. And so he's been getting headaches and blah, blah. And his Miss Avery and his parents together have decided that he needs to see an eye doctor. And so it's not explicit, but there is this sort of metaphorical, now he can see clearly.
Yes.
He's standing in his locker and he can see through the window and he sees exactly what's it.
Yeah. So, would he have noticed anything awry without the glasses?
Before he got the glasses, he was standing at his locker and they were letting out of class and Lucy's in there and they're talking and he and Snake and Joey are looking like, oh, they're always together. So like seeing but not seeing.
Well, but so honestly, though, they did comment on it. That was the one thing I actually wanted to mention during that I forgot to mention. Everybody sees this as inappropriate.
Yes.
So it's actually kind of refreshing, except for the twins and Stephanie who think that this, attention she's getting is so sexy. But everybody else, all the people around
is
her,
giving a lot of
LD
side-eye.
and even Joey and Snake and Wheels, are like the red flags are.
Oh yes, but it's just when he has the glasses is when he sees that it's really bad. So
I get what you're
not
what
to
you're
stretch the metaphor, but like if you wanted to see it, it would be there.
Yeah.
Interesting that we're sort of juxtaposing the relationship between Lucy and Mr. Colby with the relationship between Wheels and Ms. Avery, because as we've commented before, Ms. Avery is a toucher too.
Yes.
And she does not intend to be creepy, but I feel like if you wanted to see it, you could.
Yeah. And I think there's a moment that I think is very explicit in this of trying to show Miss Avery doing the good touch. She just sort of, touches Wheels' hand for a moment, and it's not, she doesn't make it weird and he doesn't take it weird. And it's not, she's not doing it going, you're such a mature boy.
Right.
Wheels.
Right. And if when they're having a conversation, she's at her desk and he's across from her, they're not. So like, I think we said in the last, that was when Caitlin thought she might be a lesbian. We were like, okay, Miss Avery, do better. Like, don't, but she's not crossing the line, not nearly as like she's right up to it.
Yeah.
But, and I feel like some parent who really wanted to cause trouble could, but she's nowhere near as creepy as Mr. Colby. So.
Oh, no.
Also, she dresses better.
Yes. Well, Mr. Colby has some fly ass sweaters.
That is some Bill Cosby wardrobe.
Yeah.
Stuff.
He definitely is. He's definitely shopping at the Cos collection for sure. I
suppose maybe when he wants to really seduce people, he brings out the Jell-O pudding pops.
Yes.
Actually, I don't want to joke about Bill Cosby seducing people. I didn't intend that at all. That was sorry.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
Good job. Way to bring us down. But again, this is a sweeping set of A and B plots, and we'll even have a C plot.
Everything
later.
interlocks. It's like a cryptex.
But because of Wheels' renewed sense of duty to his schoolwork, his parents and Miss Avery's renewed sense of duty to his schoolwork, he is now not going to be able to practice with Zit Remedy, who seem just poised on the precipice of success here with 2 songs. We haven't heard the second one. But we know that they claim to have a second song,
and that adds up to a 45,
right? Which
record.
Joey correctly points out that's an A side and a B side to a 45. Come on. So the Miss Avery and Wheels' parents don't consider how their decisions will affect Zit Remedy, Joey and Snake, so that when the news comes down that he can't really practice with the band anymore. They immediately start trying to think of things to do to get their success without him. And they're at first they're like, oh, we got to wait to it's bad, and then they happen to hear someone sort of noodling away on a bass, and Joey just sort of like spidey sense, he's just like stops Snake in the hallway and is like, that's somebody playing a bass.
Let's go see.
Follow me. And they find new boy Simon, popped collar and all, playing a little bass.
And up to this point, they haven't really trusted him.
Yeah,
they were like, I don't know why, but he's just new
kid, and he immediately has a crush, a girl he's holding hands with. And so, but now they know that he has something to offer them, so they immediately seize on him, and now he is the bass player in the Zit Remedy while they wait on Wheels, and when Wheels asks about this, they say, "Oh, we'll be the first band with 2 bass players."
And this is when Wheels has shown up with his glasses, which are these aviators, which I thought were ugly at the time, and I still think are ugly, but okay. They are not very convincing when they tell him they look great.
Yeah, Joey is very like, "Oh yeah, they look good, yeah."
But you're not going to wear them on stage, are you?
Right.
Who ever heard of a musician with glasses? And Wheels immediately goes, John Lennon. Yeah. And they say, who?
John who? And Snake is like, some guy from the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is hilarious because like at the time that these kids are like the Beatles were still a big thing. Like they weren't putting out music.
But John Lennon hadn't been dead for all that long. Yeah. Like he died in their lifetime.
Yeah. They were alive when he died, and Wings is going on full swing, and I'm sure Ringo is out there on talk shows talking about octopuses or whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, so the future of the Zit Remedy is unclear at this point.
It changed forever. No doubt.
Yes. But Simon is having quite the positive experience being the new kid at Degrassi because he's been pulled into this band and he's got a girl.
Yeah.
Recall that last episode, Stephanie gave Alexa all of her hoochie clothes.
Yes.
And Alexa started wearing them and got Simon's attention. And Stephanie was like, "Oh, I got to get the clothes back. Then he'll,
She's convinced, even through the first part of this episode, she is just, it's the clothes. It's my clothes. I know that's what's done it.
And the twins say, well, why don't you just buy some more? Do you know how long it took to save up for those? Right. And I'm just like, based on the clothes, not that long.
Yeah, shouldn't have been that long.
This looks like, when I was in high school, I didn't have a whole lot of money for clothes. So I took my babysitting money and I went to like the cheapest stores at the mall, Deb, and like, not even the Buckle. The Buckle was too rich for me, but the kind where it was just like everything in bins, and it was like $4.99, and like cheap stuff. That's where it looks like she got all this stuff. But okay, took a while to save up for that.
It's like if Claire's made clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a lot from Claire's too, and but then Alexa comes in and it's like, oh, my mom found my clothes. I'm grounded for 2 weeks. She said if she ever saw me in these again, I'd be grounded for 2 years. Gives it back to Stephanie, and Stephanie's like, yes, plan is in place.
Yes. Now I'll steal Simon away.
Yes. Wears things the next day, and the twins are like, oh, great, look out, Simon. He won't be able to resist.
Yes.
But turns out he probably likes Alexa for her personality because he's walking by with Alexa in, normal clothes. I mean, like she's not
sweater and mom jeans.
She's not at like a Vula level prude, but and he says, hi, twins. It doesn't say anything to Stephanie. And Stephanie is just like, her brain short circuits. Like, what the
hell?
Yeah.
But yes, I wrote on the board, Return of the Hoochie. It is back. We'll have to see. She managed to do it for all of 1.5 episodes in the Vula wardrobe from.
Well, in the first scene here, the one where Mr. Colby comes in, she's wearing, it looked like a blouse and a cardigan and covered up, but not nearly as grandma. And then later it's the silk blouse and the little ties and everything. And I was just like, oh, no. No.
Yeah. But yeah, quite a complex snaking set of plots and twists and turns. And this is actually an episode where they did a good job of like, there are people from each of these in the other ones. Like sometimes it's just, Arthur and Yick, they're just squirting guns at each other. But this one is like, Lucy and Wheels and Wheels and the band and Simon and then Simon and Stephanie, and it's like, and even Stephanie and the twins commenting on the A plot of Mr. Colby so sexy, all this sort of stuff. So an actual good piece of ensemble writing, and not just like an A plot that is thinned out by comedy skits.
Yeah, they didn't just pick one from column A and one from column B here.
But as a result, no checking in on the shenanigans of the twins.
No,
the real twins, not the identical twin sisters. The the jokesters.
Oh,
Yick and Simon.
I was like,
or
what?
Simon.
Yick and Arthur. Yeah.
Arthur.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
no,
I don't understand.
They will forever be the twins.
Yeah.
I don't care that the others are actual sisters and look alike.
We also don't have the announcements. There isn't really anything going on there. Just Doris Bell, get to your desk.
Yeah, and we have just a little kiss of a follow up on the Spike situation. The reporting that the parents have been told,
and Shane's parents want to have a sit down with the two kids and Spike's mom.
Yes,
which honestly is a smart idea.
Yeah, but both of the kids are like, "Oh, that's such a drag."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, you know."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just a lot of moving parts.
Yes.
And acknowledging, we get the Vula update. We get the little sprinkling of the Spike update. So it's just a nice tight piece of writing this week.
Yeah. So I will forgive the anvils with the creepy teacher because all the writing prowess was used to make these things interlock. So.
Yes.
And then also, like I said, these are 13, 14-year-olds. You can't be subtle about this.
Yeah,
it has
you want it to be. Yeah. Like, he has to be very.
This is not good. He has to be basically mustache twirling.
Yeah.
Yes. I am very thankful that I never had a teacher like that. Like, we joked about some of our teachers, like, oh, he'll let you turn it in late. All you have to do is wear a black bra under your black, because we were all wearing white blouses every day. But I don't know that anybody ever tried that, or, certainly I didn't experience it, which is, because I was a little bit Vula in high school. So unsurprisingly, I did not try, nor did I receive that kind of treatment. But I'm glad, because that's just gross. It is.
Yes.
It's uncomfortable when you're that age to, like, you want to have relationships, and I don't even mean romantic relationships, but you want to be treated like an adult by adults.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they do, and you're like, oh wait, hang on, hold up. No, don't like that. And you can tell that Lucy is sort of uncomfortable with some of this when it goes past a certain point.
Yeah.
When I was babysitting, so I don't know, I was like 15 or 16. One of the dads, they lived like a block or two over from us, and he would either drive me home or walk me home. And he would frequently give me a hug when he dropped me off at my house. And I was like, oh, I don't really like this. I don't know. But I'm 15. I don't know how to say that. And like, he wasn't doing anything gross. It was just a little more than I wanted. And I remember that I said something to my dad about it, and then it stopped. And I don't know if now, like, I can't imagine my dad like being puffed up and, but maybe he did. I will never know. Probably if I asked him about it now, he'd go, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember that. But yeah, it's weird because you don't want to think that you're overreacting.
Sure.
And you don't want to say, stop being creepy. And he's like, I wasn't intending to be creepy at all. It was, but it's awkward.
Hello.
Speaking of my dad, he's calling me. That's weird. Yes. He's going to have to wait. Yeah, it's an awkward situation to be in for a teenager. But as we see here, like, better to speak up and say, this is gross. I don't want this.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is one of the stronger episodes, I think, top to bottom that we've seen, despite it lacking the comic relief. So just a good one overall, and it's the sort of episode that is like, it's good to show as a very special episode, like to some kids, like it doesn't. You don't even need to really know all of what's going on and the rest of it. It's strong enough, and it's briskly paced. So,
and I think it advances the plot for a lot of these characters too. Like, I think we learn a lot more about Lucy, a lot more about Wheels. I suppose we learned more about Simon and Alexa. I don't think their story gets super deep.
We also learned that Rick is doing something. He's always leaving Miss Avery's room right as Wheels comes in on multiple different afternoons. So
he's her licorice dealer.
Well, yeah. So he's right. They're either feasting on licorice or He's telling her how to get the patches sewn onto her sleeveless denim vest.
Or he's giving her cool marketing tips on how to get people to sign a petition.
Yeah,
like, there's so many things. I think it's probably just that he's getting tutoring.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to be held back again.
Right. Yeah.
But I prefer the story that they're swapping licorice.
Yeah. But even that, is a little, a little background storytelling there going on. So, yeah.
Did you notice the first appearance of BLT?
No.
The black kid, I think he's wearing a tank top, and they call him Bryant. But his name is like Brian Lester Todd or whatever, so he goes by BLT.
That name is familiar.
He shows up later. I think now he's just been in the background, but I was like,
yeah,
it's BLT. Excellent.
Yeah. They've been good about that.
One of my favorites.
They've been good about that too. For the whole entirety of the first season, just like peppering in characters, and then an episode or two later you meet them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah.
Well, next episode, speaking of new characters, we have a new one whose name is Liz, and we actually have seen her in the background of some of these scenes, but they decide that this next episode she's going to be new to school. So, okay, fine. Joey develops a crush on the new girl, Liz, and assumes she, quote, does it because of her clothing choices. Visibly annoyed by receiving unwanted attention, she insults Stephanie's changing into provocative clothes at school. She later befriends Spike after the latter offers to sit near her at lunch and explains to her that she wasn't judged in her hometown. Joey, however, becomes her work partner, ultimately planning to have sex with her. Ooh. After buying condoms, he arrives at her home and they begin studying when he tries to initiate a sexual encounter. The writing on these just cracks me up.
Sexual.
Angered Liz then kicks him out of the house. Meanwhile, Stephanie continuously tries and fails to impress Simon. Because he likes Alexa for her personality.
Exactly.
See,
she's misjudged him.
It's not about the tube tops. He's a model, but
yes,
he's not sucked into these things. Yeah. So, yeah, I do. I enjoy Liz as a character. This first episode, I think she's kind of spiky, and not by which I don't mean Spike the character. She's prickly, but she gets better. Well, folks, we would love to know what you think of this episode. What did you think of Wheels' glasses? Did you have glasses like that? Do you have them now? If you have them now, you are probably not our age, because they're just dad glasses to me. I can't possibly do aviators, but let us know what you think. You can get in touch with us a couple different ways. You can send us an email. We're at ysmypodcast. That's ysmy for you show me yours at gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, same handle. You can send us a DM, or you can look at our main feed and find links to all of our latest episodes. In 2026, we have new episodes every single Wednesday. The first Wednesday of the month, we are doing our usual YSMY thing and talking about movies and television that we loved before our first date. And then all the rest of the Wednesdays of the month, we are rewatching Degrassi Junior High. So next time, we will be, as I said, watching season 2, episode 3, where they introduce Liz, who looks like she, quote, does it.
Yes.
But she doesn't does it. Joey keeps learning this lesson.
I know, right?
And not learning it very well and having to relearn it. So we will see you next time with Liz. In the meantime, this has been You Show Me Yours. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Helping hand singular?
A helping hand ... apparently.
Oh.
On the episode list, on the episode list on Google, it just says helping hand. But on the Wikipedia, it says a helping hand ...
I think on the DVD it said a helping hand, no punctuation.
Yeah.
So we'll never know.